Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about making a digital illustration on top of your photograph. So here's where we left off with my silly shoe illustrations, and I'm going to go ahead and delete these. Because you may draw something and then decide later on that you don't really like it, and that's fine, and that's the beauty of having it on a separate layer. You can just take it right off. So again, I'm going to add a new layer. But now what I'm focusing on is drawing into my photograph, so it's different. So what I'm going to do, go ahead and select my brush again, and this time I'm going to select a little bit of a different brush. I'm looking for an oil brush. There it is. I'm also going to change my color to black. And my size 125, that's way too big. So I want to have a lot of control over my lines. I'm going to zoom in, and what I'm going to focus on doing is detailing the hair. So I'm going to do an outline. And I love this brush already. It feels really smooth and oily. And it runs really smoothly on my canvas here. And then I just love the organic wavy lines in his hair and the highlights. So I'm going to really accentuate that. But smaller, smaller, smaller. Size 7. Let's see what that gets us. And zoom in. And I love it. So I'm going to continue on. And all I'm doing really is just tracing a lot of these organic lines that live in his hair. And when I do that, you know, these photographs, they give you a map for drawing. However, you don't have to draw into every single one of the lines. You just pick the ones that you think stand out to you, and also that gives it a nice visual balance where you don't have a bunch of lines and then nothing, or too evenly distributed. So hair is pretty inconsistent, which means you have a lot of lines in a variety of places. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out and just take a look at that, and I love it. I think it looks great. And so now on my other side, I'm going to do the same thing on the left. And I can't decide whether I want it to be the same or different, so I'm just going to add another layer and do the same thing, but just in case I wanted to change the blending mode, I put it on a new layer just to be safe, because in doing that, when I change my blending mode, it's not going to change the blending mode of the other side of the hair, just this side. And I still feel like I'm a little too far away. And I'm just thinking about, too, how much I really liked my pattern background. It wasn't the one that I was originally going to use, but it was kind of a happy accident. Okay, another thing that doing the illustration does on top of this is because I had such a hard time with my selection of the hair. Remember that? And then going back in and masking and everything, that really this kind of hides the rough selection that I had. This is another sort of trick you can use. All right, so let's just see how we like that. And I love it. I think I'm going to leave it that way. So that is a digital illustration over your photograph.